In theory, it might be feasible, but in practice, there are too many variables. The demonic sword and this jade pendant must have undergone special modifications to convert the soul into spiritual energy waves and then restore it on the pendant. It's definitely not the first time they've done this. So if I destroy this jade pendant now, the demonic sword will be finished, right? Not necessarily. There's still 52% of the soul remaining there. But souls are not the same as consciousness, their recovery is very slow. Given its supreme grade, it would take at least a few hundred years to recover. What would happen if I used a sound editing device to simulate the demonic sword sending a message to this voice transmission jade pendant? Host, you really have a lot of strange ideas. The sound editing device would only send audio, not a soul, so nothing should happen. How do you know if you don't try? I knew you would say that. Are you there? Spirit Sword Buddy, as expected, there's no response. That demonic sword has been continuously sending messages for 10 years. There must be billions of messages by now. What kind of reaction do you expect from sending just one message? True, if we're going to do it, let's push the limits. Ding! Purchase successful. Host, why are you buying a novel? Scan the text into the voice transmission editor for me. Each message contains the content of a novel. Copy 99 copies of Conquest, and send it out. Ding! Natural energy value 1824. There is someone coming to buy melons. Is this melon ripe? I run a fruit stand. Can I sell you a fresh melon? Me, ask you, this melon, ripe, right, don't hit it. The brains are all scattered and yellow. Huh? How did I come back? It was Senior Sister who sent you back. The host has been unconscious for a week. What? How did I faint? The voice transmission editor uses the host's virtual soul to send messages. Sending one message didn't feel like anything, and the system didn't detect it either. Are you there? Spirit Sword Buddy, but host, you sent out the content of 9,999 novels. It instantly drained your soul. Under the effect of the bloodthirsty demon pearl, the recovered soul was also used to send messages. In this week, the host's soul was repeatedly drained over 5,000 times. Tired, let it be destroyed. You should interrupt. I wanted to interrupt, but I found that the host's soul is completing that spirit sword's soul. Huh? It was originally impossible. The difference between human and spirit sword's soul is huge. But for some reason, the host's soul can, so this system is also curious about what will happen in the end. Oh man, are you experimenting with me? What happened later? How's the spirit sword? Did Senior Sister encounter that demonic jade pendant? I've already stored the jade pendant in the system space. The spirit sword soul has also been completed by the host and is also in the system space. Huh? Let me see quickly. I don't need to explain who I am as the spirit sword. Brother Xing, you completing the soul today is giving me face. I can appear here to give you some face. What's wrong with you? It should be some reaction with the 9,999 copies of Conquest. Young man. Don't be too arrogant. Junior brother, are you awake? Who are you talking to? Just talking to myself. Junior Sister Xiaowan, are you okay now? No big deal now, but what about you? If Senior Sister hadn't found you in that big pit in the wilderness, you would have been eaten by wild beasts. There was a little accident. And Senior Sister? Senior Sister went to represent our sect at the meeting with the Wanxiang sect. Oh? What meeting? The main purpose of this meeting is to discuss the distribution of the meteorite iron mines between our two sections. Since we're forming an alliance, we need to maximize our interests. Wanxiang sect, Inner Sect Elder, Jaya Jefai, Golden Core completion. A week ago, young master, you visited the artifact pavilion of the Xingye sect. What are your thoughts? It's not very good. It's way behind our Wanxiang sect, insolence. Everyone here is your senior, mind your manners. Wanxiang sect, sect master, Chengli, late Yuaning. Father, I'm just speaking the truth. Last week, I also made an appointment with Elder Qi from the Xingye sect. Today, there will be a competition between our two sects in refining spiritual weapons. Isn't today supposed to be about deciding the distribution of the meteorite iron mines? How did it turn into a discussion about spiritual weapons competitions? The meteorite iron mines are mainly used for refining tools by various sections. Since we are forming an alliance, the distribution will certainly be based on the refining level of each sect to maximize benefits.